What's up, guys? It's Garrett here, your civilian residential expert on all things 300 blackout, and I'm hosting this week's episode with Gun Prime. So this week is all about 300 blackout and why it's such a capable round, both suppressed, unsuppressed, and why I trust it as my home defense build, and why many others across the US trust this as their home defense weapon as well. So why 300 blackout, you ask? So a lot of people, the most common round in the US is a 5.56, and then the most common hunting round in the US is a 308. This is a perfect marriage of the two. It was made to be suppressed, therefore being a whole lot quieter than a 5.56 while having the stopping power of a 308. Now what makes this bullet supersonic and have that supersonic capability is its weight. It is a lighter round. Things that are lighter tend to travel a little bit faster, but that's what helps it create that damage when it impacts its target. So here I have a subsonic round, which I mentioned earlier is a round that travels slower than the speed of sound. The benefits of a subsonic round is that it's very, very quiet. You will have to alter the zero of the weapon or where the optic is aimed because of how slow that bullet is traveling. And we did some testing, and here's what we found out with that. All right, guys, so we're gonna go through a little 5-round test here. I have got subsonic ammunition, 300 blackout, and I've got supersonic ammunition. Difference is one breaks the speed of sound, the other one does not. And so we're gonna do a 5-round test with each and see how that affects our zero. By firing supersonics, I'm interested to see how that throws off my zero. But we're gonna do 5 rounds with each, see what happens.
You ever get into the spot where you like start counting and then you get really confused because you forget how many you count?
Yep, and then you hit a wall when you're not expecting to.
Yep.
Yep, all the time.
That's me. Right now I'm using Arms Core. It's a Arms Core Precision to be specific. So we're using 300 blackout, 147 grain FMJs, the supersonic rounds.
We've got 200 grain subsonic 300 blackout round here, and then our 147 grain supersonic round. I mentioned
side by side real quick.
There you go.
They don't look very much different, do they?
They're not different. This one's heavier, so it's going to travel slower. This one's faster and it's lighter. All right, so 5 rounds, subsonic, 200 grain, going for the center mass target. Round 2 of testing, we've got supersonic 147 grain ammunition. I'm gonna keep my point of aim the exact same. I'm expecting this round to come in even higher than what the subsonics came in, just because it's traveling a little bit faster. All right, that is the last round.
So we know these four.
1, 2, 3, 4. I tug these shit or push one of them. Yeah. So this is really the grouping. And then that guy too. My point of aim was the same. It was exactly in the middle too. And you're looking at, we'll ignore this guy.
That's a sneeze.
But, yeah, I don't know what happened there. But you're looking at this grouping here.
Garrett and I had talked about it, and we wanted to keep the variables the same. The only thing we changed was we took the can off. I'm pretty optimistic about my grouping. Get a little comfy in here and then see what happens.
My point of aim was just like Garrett. My point of aim was dead center.
So you think if you're going to go shoot your next group with supers, where are you going to predict that the supers are going to go?
I think the supers are gonna, I think compared to Garrett's on this one, I think the supers are gonna go higher than what his did. Not much higher, but a little higher.
Your median was right here, give or take.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess your median is gonna be right there.
Okay. I think my median is gonna be realistically probably here.
Now you're gonna try to shoot high.
No, I won't. I'll be honest.
Oh, I'm not stable.
Not as tight of a grouping,
Not at all.
based off your comments. Oh, I'm so unstable.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
And look at the median, right where I thought it would be.
You're right. You're right. It didn't move all that much.
Now, a practical use case for knowing the 0 at 30 yards for subsonics versus supersonics is in a home defense scenario. If you have someone at the end of your house and you don't know the given distance, but you have a good idea, well, if your rifle is 0'd at 50 yards, you're gonna know that, hey, I gotta aim a little bit lower for the subsonic rounds and even lower for the supersonic rounds because they're gonna travel faster and enter the target a little bit higher. So test number 2, and the test I was really interested in, was testing supersonic rounds versus subsonic rounds through ballistic gel. Again, I have subsonic rounds in my home defense rifle because I assumed that it would pack a bigger punch being a heavier bullet. But what we found out is that supersonic rounds, particularly the exit cavity, was way bigger and did way more damage internally to that ballistic gel, meaning as far as a home defense round, it is quite the superior round. Up first is going to be a subsonic round. Let me chamber one.
I am so excited for this.
Let's go. Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1. Now we've got a supersonic round firing in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, mama.
Look at those shots,
That was
boys.
incredible. How cool is that?
Well, look at the exit wound. So, I mean, sub, yeah, I mean, that's a bad day. But supers,
And this is why you carry combat gauze and tourniquets.
that's right. The top one having the most damage, and then this exit wound. I mean, it's insane. I mean, that is just ripping a human up, or an animal, or whatever. So speed's the main factor, man.
Speed kills.
Yeah,
They say it.
That's absolutely insane. Safety is off. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Bruh. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Let's go take a look at it.
That was so sick.
And that just shows you again what we talked about, man.
Speed
Speed kills.
kills.
Speed kills. Quiet might be sexy, but it does damage, but doesn't do nearly as much damage, which is insane to see. Both entrance wounds are the exact same. It's the exit wounds and all that built up pressure in the supersonic round that just kills it.
That is nuts. It's like a seeing eyeglass. Can you see me? Peekaboo. I just blew your chest out your back. We thought that was so cool that we literally took the clay block that Garrett shot with a sub. And Garrett's gonna get back on the tree stump here.
And we're gonna do it
And
again.
then shoot the super on the clay sideways. And we're gonna see if we can do it twice.
Because it's fun. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ears on. 2, 1, bye.
Oh my gosh. Let's go look.
Let's go look.
Jeez.
It's even bigger. Now there's a hole. There's literally a giant hole.
That's a bad day.
And what do we say about the supersonic rounds?
Speed kills.
Good shot.
Hey man, earlier when I said I like subsonic, I'm changing my tone on that.
Takesies, no,
We're putting some supers in this bad boy.
We're putting some takesies, backsies into play.
Oh yeah. That got blown out. Now talking about hearing and which round is a little bit safer as far as your hearing. Here's me shooting suppressed that is underneath 130 decibels, which depending on who you ask is about the range that you can dictate that's hearing safe without ear protection. So concerned with my breathing, I forgot to turn the safety off. Versus here is Noah shooting unsuppressed, supersonic, where it clearly comes in way above 130 decibels, where you would need, without any doubt, some type of hearing protection. So we spent a whole day out at the range. We had a blast, but above all, the main conclusion with 300 blackout is that
Speed kills. Speed
kills.
kills. Speed kills.
Speed kills. Speed kills. Always go supersonic for the most powerful punch for your home defense round and your hunting round. It was great. Hope y'all enjoyed all the footage and all the fun. See y'all next time.
Gun prime for the everyday man.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?